Good morning, day 18. Day 18, awesome night's sleep, perfect temperature for cruising. Slept in a little bit this morning. Cloudy today, supposed to get windy later. So we're doing a layover, we're just gonna hang out. Then we have day 19 and day 20 of paddling, about 15 miles each day. And then day 21, 5 miles to Diamond, and we're done. So kind of in the back half of it now, just enjoying things and cruising. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. Happy St.
Awesome.
Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. Oh yeah, we got a butter fire. That's when you know you got a good kitchen going.
You gotta throw an egg right on top of that. I know, I remember we rolled it a lot.
Look at that. Look what they got going on over there, folks. Look at that Hoover.
Right, we're not messing around this morning.
No, it wasn't.
Fried egg on an English muffin.
Something.
Well, we have a raven. It's the first one that's kind of been hounding us. Not afraid of the snake, which is laying over there. Now he's getting serious, suckers. This personal gear, that's where it's at. So I know I have wind coming later. I've been windproofing my tarp, going ahead and getting that set up. It's supposed to be wind, pretty high wind this afternoon, some point in the day, that's pulling in moisture, and I think it's gonna rain tonight. Not supposed to rain tomorrow, but rain tonight, wind on the way. So what I'm doing is getting things ready before it's windy. And how you do that is you get a big rock for your tie outs, and then you see I have a drop rock under each point while I will pull straight down. And this pretty much holds the tarp in place side to side, but you don't want this lifting action. So you tie onto there, go straight down, and it kind of locks that in. Really keeps the tarp from moving around. What you don't want it to do is start opening up and catching wind like a sail. And then that's bad on the tarp and easy for that thing to start getting moving. And I've got my tarp mostly facing into the wind. So if you're broadside, it's gonna catch a lot more wind. If it's lengthwise, it catches a lot less wind. But basically I got the 4 corners out, so I just have to do the drops. And then I'm gonna do a drop off each door point. And if you have a tarp with doors, that really pulls it all together. You can't have the tarp pulling itself on either side. Having that connected in the middle just kind of keeps this geometric shape, and the tarp kind of moves together. Much better for keeping your tarp where you want it to be. So let me get back to it. I just got to get a couple more rocks for my drops, and then we're set. That is a beautiful tarp. Look at the way that sets up. That is gorgeous. I'm ready for the wind and I'm ready for the rain. At least I think so. All right, this tarp setup looks so good that I thought I owed it to make a improvised DIY tarp pole extension thing. So here we go. I've got to make it happen. Got a little bit of shot cord. And I got some am steel here from my cordage bag. So I think I can make something that's gonna work. And then we put an S-beaner on it. This side's got bungee. Oh, but I didn't have enough. So maybe. I've got the other one up already. Let's see what happens. There it is, folks, all tidied up. Quite possibly the perfect hammock hang in the desert. Got my DIY pole mod extensions going. Not the best, but giving me a little headroom. The tarp is strung like a work of art, and I'm super excited about it. And I gotta tell you, all possible from Yobo gear. There I was, prepared for a lazy day in camp. My friend Dave has hornswoggled me into a rim out hike.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Woo! We're going to the rim. All right, here we go. About a half mile to what we believe is the up trail. And then a slight, what is it, an easy stroll?
An easy stroll to the rim.
An easy stroll to the rim. It's just a simple 1 mile stroll that ascends 5,000 feet. So I'll be taking a vertical step, a vertical foot with each step, essentially, for 1 mile. So, for what?
It's a 1,000 feet.
In a mile?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. That is an easy stroll. Somehow I was thinking we're going 5,000 feet in a mile.
No.
I was like, that's a 45-degree incline.
That's fine.
That's much better. Well, I'm glad you told me that. So essentially, when we get to the top of that lava, I think we'll be about there. I think. Looking for the beginning of the trail up. Basically, we're gonna have to go around this basalt and probably up through that, maybe up through that little canyon. I'm not sure. Yeah, kind of looks like something. But once we get on it, we'll probably be very self-explanatory. I guess we follow the footprints would be a good indication. We're just throwing Elijah off with our footprints. When Elijah's after you, trying to catch you, you got to throw him off. So we came up about 200 yards up the wrong trail on purpose, right?
That's right.
On purpose, to cover our tracks. Now we're gonna go back down and go that way. We feel pretty secure about that. What like percentages do you feel about that? 100?
3.2.
3.2% sure. That's all we need. That's like twice as much as we normally have. All right, back down here at the beach, trying out trail number 2. We'll see where this one leads.
There's a Karen right here.
What?
Karen?
Oh, you're killing me. Oh. A river Karen. Oh, that's a trail Karen. It's Cairn, folks. C-A-I-R-N. It's not Karen. It's Cairn. Get it right. We feel a little bit better about what we're doing. But I did catch Dave doing his glances around. Look at that cairn. That's back home's rock pile. That's a cairn. Not the kind you feed deer, the kind you look at when you're hiking. Switchbacks, looking good. Probably take us right to where we were when we turned around before. Yeah, this is actually not bad at all. Hopefully it stays something like this. Gaining altitude, but no big steps. Much.
As I take a big step.
As he takes a big step. Few big steps, put it that way. All right, we're starting to get a little altitude now. A few hundred feet off the river. Going up. We are about a third of the way up, it looks. Maybe. Hiking in lava now, which is something that's pretty cool for you kids at home. Really cool trail, gotta be honest. Glad I came. Just one more thing to say you saw hiking through the lava. It's crazy. Oh, this is really neat. Come around this corner. Look at the big columns of basalt up there. Awesome. That's probably 100 yards away. And probably those squares are probably 4 or 5 feet, at least 3 feet thick. Not sure how well that comes up on the camera, but looks like the trail goes left. We'll be walking right under it. Look at those columns, folks. They're like 3 feet thick or more each one. It's hard to get the scale in here. There's Dave up there, and then the wash back down to the river. Kind of a rugged part of the trail. Kind of a cool break. Hiking in all this big lava boulders. Whoever made this trail did a lot of work. I'll tell you that right now. But it's awesome. Oh, that's a cool corner. Kind of back into the desert, out of the lava. Last little remnants here on the right. And a couple stragglers. Oh, look at that demon tree again. It's a big one. Well, not quite there yet, I don't guess, but this is a cool spot. Yeah. Dude, look at that. Views. Doesn't look real. Looks like a painting. Pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. We're close.
Just around the corner.
Sure. Oh yeah, we're close. I think it's right there.
It's here.
Don't get my hopes up, but I think we're close. First civilization I've seen in some time. How must it suck to drive a T-post in this? Oh, no thanks. Oh, look at that, folks. That's the view I hadn't seen yet. Just out. Wide open spaces. Crazy. Awesome. All right, folks, we are out in the wide open. It feels weird, I gotta be honest. I'm not used to seeing land like this, and it feels weird walking kind of flat. other than the little sandy camps. It's kind of my first taste of open air for 18 days. Not at all claustrophobic down there. You just kind of get acclimated to seeing only up on sheer cliff walls. But this is cool. So it kind of accentuates life down in the canyon. Literally the rim. Dave just won me over. Pulled out a bag of M&Ms.
That's what we get for being the winners up here.
Winners deal. M&Ms are for winners. Look what's behind me. A little ditch called the Grand Canyon. No big deal. Look at these crazy trail runners over here. I mean, who runs in the desert? Unless something's chasing you. Dude, hide the M&Ms.
You guys want some oranges? We'll trade you for some M&Ms.
Yeah, I'll take an orange. I mean, I'm not trading because they're not mine, but I'll still take the orange. Way off in the distance there are 5 rafts coming down the river. Hopefully they're not heading for the camp we're in or they'll be disappointed. I see a little kayak in the water behind the first raft. It's a long way down. So there is the, we call them the Ocoee group, Chattanooga group.
Pretty bird.
Hey little bird.
It's a canyon.
You gonna give me something or not? Come here. Come here. Come here.
Wow. So wealthy.
Are you the canyon wren? No. Wish I could give you some. All right, we've had our fun. We watched the group go by camp. Time to go back down and find some lunch and a chair.
That's spoken like an old man.
That is it. Failure. We were talking and I was switching my hands, now Gene to the next, and really it was the salve. You can see the salve on my hands. Elijah gave me the salve, and well, my fingers are slipperier than they had been previously on the hike. And during the switch to the Nalgene and the camera, my Nalgene took a tumble. So that way. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go down this loose wash and retrieve my Nalgene. Fortunately,
Pete is really just a klutz. He doesn't like come across that way all the time, but he's just a klutz.
so far so good. Oh, it's rugged. Halfway there. I'm glad it stopped. Tell you what, I'll meet you on the trail.
All right.
I'm halfway down the switchback.
So just took a shortcut on me. And we're coming back up down the trail here where Pete just took the shortcut down the cut across the switchbacks after retrieving his water bottle, and here he is looking nice and rested while I had to take the long way.
Ah, well, that tastes good. Nice and lukewarm and tumbled. A few extra scars on my bottle. Look at that.
That's character on the bottle there.
I always remember the Grand Canyon from right there.
Would have been used to
That would have been the
old
dirt.
ball,
Yeah.
and then maybe like fell and got caught up in a landslide.
This tree is hanging on, folks. Look at that. It's got a stilt network of roots, kind of weird and leading up. I don't even know what's going on here, but surviving is what that thing's doing. Crazy. Life any way you can out here. Oh, back at camp. That's a winter's lunch.
Peanut butter and jelly bagel.
Peanut butter and jelly bagel for the win. It's kind of like the lunch staple here. I'm a simple man. Peanut butter and jelly, waffles, pancakes. That's all it takes. Looks so good in the desert sun. Oh, it feels good to be back home. So, then we get my Crocs, some soap, a towel, and go get in the river. All right, it's bath day. Woo! Slow and easy, baby. Oh my goodness! It's cold. No, that's cold, baby. Oh, folks, I'm here to tell you that's cold. Sorry, the camera's having a hard time with the white balance right now. That's winter, Pete. It's not fun, but it feels good when you're done. It's like hitting yourself in the head with a hammer. It feels good when you stop. Oh man, that feels good. Got a bath, did my laundry. Got that warm desert heat. It's probably 75 degrees, which feels like 90 compared to how it's been. Oh man, it feels amazing. Tarp's looking strong. I'm just having a good camp. Everything is set up. Got some wind coming, got some rain maybe tonight. But for right now, living is good. It's crazy to think we're already at the back side of the trip. It's kind of just clicked off so fast. 21 days goes by so much faster than I anticipated. I've loved every minute of it. Even the bad weather minutes, even the hardship, which has been pretty slim. But there's been a couple cold hands moments, you know, sleet in the face, rainy nights, windy days, windy nights. But you know these days right here are always just around the corner, and it, man. Caribbean grade, super fine sand. You learn to love it. Whitmore Wash Camp, another winter. All day sun. Stunning 360 views. Got lava. See that lava all around. This is a cool place. Playing a little cube to pass the day. Oh, that's a fault.
That's a fault.
Oh, that's a toe fault. That's a toe fault for sure.
Not a toe fault. Right here, there's proof.
Wait a minute. It's the cube. It's the cube behind you.
It's a new
Oh, see? Oh, yeah, we had a fault. Which one did you knock down?
Which one? This one?
It was that one right in front.
George was a crucial throw. Ooh!
Okay.
What a turn of events, folks.
We're on the back leg.
Do we go close with these so we can step it up?
I think we
Keep it all in the pocket.
Cluster.
Cluster in the pocket. Let's do it.
Cluster in the...
That is nice, Tim. Very nice. Whew, the game's a good one. It's been going long. We finally made up some ground.
I got the advantage.
We got one cube. They're gonna have to throw all these back. So everything but one will be in our court. It's possible that we could win it in one. If they have a bad round, we have a good round, we can do this.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I think everyone over there is against us, including the judge who was calling questionable calls earlier. We're nothing but a beacon of truth and honesty.
Ask about Scoopgate. Scoop.
Oh, wet hogs! Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. Tent! Dave's tent's blowing away.
Breeze. Put some of these bags in there, or we can all just lay in it.
We got the wind blowing about 20 to 25 in gusts right now, and the hammock stand is holding up fine. All right, super windy night here in the canyon. Gusts are up to around 30, 35. Got a little blockage from the bushes over there, just enough to where it's not terrible, but it gets howling on occasion. I'm ready for a good night of sleep in the wind in the hammock stand. So this will be the windiest hammock stand night yet for sure. It's gonna be a long night. It is whipping, gust to 35. It's just throwing this tarp all around, but it's holding in there. I hope the rocks are big enough. Ah, there's a little brief moment. I'm not sure how much sleep I'll get tonight, but I bet I'll be dry. Whew. Check in a little bit. Good morning. 5:35. I think we're looking for an early start today, so I'm going to probably get up and start packing. I've got a moment here where there's no gusts, but it howled and gusted and rained all night. Mostly the wind. The rain was only a few hours. But I'm talking it was windy all night. And up to about 1 minute ago, it still was. So while you could hear me talk, I pulled the camera out. Looks like it's about to start blowing again. I think I'm going to try to get up and pack up a little bit, because we're looking for an early day. But I'm happy to report that while I did not sleep, because it was just too noisy and rowdy, I didn't sleep a whole lot, at least not before 1, that I stayed comfortable and dry all night, and then I fell asleep and slept pretty good for about 4 hours. But yeah, she held, no issues at all, didn't have to get out and adjust anything. And well, there you go, torture test. Windstorm in the desert, Yobo gear turtle bug for the win. So I trust it now. There's always that moment where you gotta find out what happens, but yeah, I'm happy. So without further ado, let me get up, visit the groover, and then come back and break this thing down. Morning, and we're still standing here. Looking good. Right before I break down, just want to show it to you. Awesome moon. Pretty cool stuff. The layover day after lava gave us one more chance to just enjoy the canyon. It's almost like we suspended the thought of ending the trip, if just for a day. But as the camp came alive on day 19, it was clear that the end was in sight, and that's where we were headed. The harmonies of emotion below Lava Falls had given way now to the dissonance of being in the last leg of the trip. Those bittersweet feelings began to seep in, and the clouds didn't help. The canyon and the river below lava definitely have a different feel. It's easier to relax. There would be plenty of boogie, but only a handful of good rapids left. My goal was to enjoy every ripple. I wanted to see every glint of sun on the rocks, and I wanted to feel the breeze on my face. We were sitting 37 miles from the takeout. 2 full days of paddling would leave a short morning to make it to Diamond Creek access. Wondering what the next few days and that 37 miles of paddling would hold. Part of me wanted to find out, but part of me didn't. Getting close to the bitter end. 2 paddle days and then a paddle out. We got the promise of wind and rain today, so that's warming our souls. The blue sky is just a tease. 15 miles-ish or so into heavy headwinds, gusting to 34 miles an hour. Team is moving now. I'm about half rigged. All my stuff's on the boat. And can't wait to see a little more Grand Canyon.
Last call for coffee.
Last call for coffee. So we had a heavy wind night last night, as you saw. The hammock stand, the tarp, the hammock, all that performed flawlessly. Super excited about that. And it's nice when your gear holds up, especially gear you haven't really tested yet. Tim's looking spry this morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ready to roll into some wind.
Hey, he doesn't know about this, but you know, it was nice of us to concede to George and them. They really needed that victory yesterday. And
Yeah. Did they get the victory, or was it just kind of like a draw?
No, I think we conceded to them because it meant so much to them, and they were getting a little flustered and upset.
Yeah.
And I think we cat and moused them too much, but it was big of us.
Yeah,
to
I
do
think
that.
so.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Once we realized that they were unable to be the bigger person accept defeat, we just said, hey, it's not that important to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's for you, George. We love you, man. The skies don't know what they want to do. That way. That's where we're headed. George left his helmet on Tequila Beach, and Dave Reese had picked it up. So this morning, Dave decided to wear George's helmet and see how long it would take him before he realized. This little game brought Dave and I a lot of joy. But as these things go, turnabout is fair play. Was a great camp. That would be. That would have been awesome. surfed? I was like, am I gonna flip here?
I thought Daddy started yelling about the bird, and so I thought you started doing the same, and I look at you, and you're like, oh! I'm like, oh, he's yelling about something else.
I was like, this might go down.
That's a weird boil.
Yeah. Boy, but that gets gnarly at high water.
About to be an eddy.
done! Finally! It's not any warmer at all. And it's gone. Well, it was fun if only for a moment. Whee! All right, folks, we are just cruising through mile 200 of 224, 225, something like that.
Yeah.
So what do you say, Brian?
Getting close. Are you ready to leave?
No,
I'm not.
I'm not.
We have to leave?
You don't have to.
I wasn't told about that.
You keep going to Vegas.
200 miles, feels good. Clicking on by today, probably done about 11 today.
Yeah.
So
Might want to walk out.
2 more, 2.5 more. We hope we'll find a plot for lunch. Group was in the last one, so we had to keep on moving. So, but every mile before lunch is a mile we don't have to do after lunch. And judging by Misty's face, she's ready to eat tuna.
Tuna.
Not tuna.
Chicken, curry, chicken, and apple salad.
That sounds good too. That sounds good.
Like their smoked sausage left, some cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah, smoked sausage, cheese.
Ooh.
Sorry. Oh, urine in my dry tube. I got urine in my phone.
Going for an eddy on the right, just around the corner. It is lunch in the bushes today. Day 19. How you feeling, River?
Feeling good, feeling warm.
Feeling warm?
Yep.
Dry suit working?
Mhm.
Yeah, good,
Back up and running.
good. Dry suit malfunctions are not good, are they? Good thing you haven't had one, right?
I don't know if I'd consider a dry suit malfunction.
I don't think that was good.
Something malfunction. We got a little pocket of warm in here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot less wind. People are getting their grub on. And it feels fabulous when the sun's out and the wind's not blowing.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, it feels good.
Do you like cheese?
Well, we keep this going.
Sugar Bell's gonna give it away. Yay! I'm happy.
So what the real story though, you know how when you asked me, hey, have you seen my helmet? I was wearing it.
No way.
All right, that was a fabulous lunch at a good time and a good place. We found a little pocket with no wind back there, baking in the sun. Oh, it feels much better now. If the wind can stay away and the sun can stay out, we'll be golden. Dave looks like Dave again. He's got his own helmet on.
Right.
Shaggy. It's crazy how different you look in the different helmet. Yeah, like that other helmet was like, that's not it. That's not Dave. Leaving our lunch spot. The forecast was for rain, wind, and clouds. But the sun had other plans. And what a fabulous day it turned out to be.
Yeah.
Good swim, thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Roll.
I got a tether if you need it.
Probably not.
But I did save your water bottle.
Nice roll, Misty. Feels good, doesn't it?
I did not think I was getting up either.
I'll be honest, that was a little beefier than I was.
Misty's over. Misty's up.
It was a little beefier than I was expecting.
I was at that point where I could take a breath and I was ready to go back under and I was like, oh my god, I'm out.
Good job, Mist.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Some big waves, man.
So we're coming into Indian Canyon Camp. Right around this point, we'll be home for the night. What a fabulous day. Cool looking spot. Oh. Looks like a private grotto. Oh, fabulous. Indian Canyon Camp, super cool spot. We have this little grotto here. And inside there's my bags on a shelf. There's my hammock stand under this 15 to 25 foot wall. Dave's gonna be right over here. He's drying his tent fly on the hammock stand. Got a little sun, the wind's dying off. Feels fabulous out here. Cool, cool camp. I'll give you the walk around. Oh, there's Big John. Camped up on the rock terrace.
Rock Terrace.
This is like the gated community over here. You can't just get back to this part.
Levels of, we have the lower level. I sleep on the, the first floor. George and Tim are on the second floor.
California boys. George looks so happy with his helmet back.
Oh, I'm happy.
Yes, sir.
Got my swimmer bell back. I feel whole again.
I love it. Yeah, super cool camp. Like, it's cool. It's just neat. Looks like Disney created a campsite. And like there should be a pool that we're jumping in. course, we could jump off the rock. Oh, we're over here where the important people hang out.
He's not set up yet.
You look like you're living your best life, though. Just doing nothing. That's what I'm talking about.
We certainly are.
Oh, nice. Jason's got this boma to protect him from the mountain lions at night. Demon tree thorns. Safety and shade. I like it. there's the werewolf. The werewolf of Indian Canyon. Are you camped up there?
Nah.
Now down here we have the kitchen, boat garage, senior gym.
Buenos dias, amigo.
Buenos dias. I think Caitlin and River are cooking dinner is what I understand. I was kicked off tonight.
Kitchen.
Guess I'll help tomorrow. But
You'll do dishes.
oh, I'll do dishes. I mean, I would have done them anyway. But sounds good. Oh, Misty and Brian with the Emperor's throne up here. That's like pretty posh. It almost looks fake, like made.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Fire pit. Maddie holding down some journalism.
Oh yeah.
A beautiful eddy with really deep pool so we don't beach out. And then which way's the groover? Groover's that way. Gotcha. Always know which way the groover's before bedtime. You don't want to figure that out later. But yeah, cool camp. Now I think it's time to kick the feet up for a little bit. So today has definitely had a different vibe to it. Feels more like you're floating through a big valley with steep walls versus the canyon that we've known for so long. The rim's coming down lower and lower every day. More and more open space, bigger views, bigger sky rather. But yes, today's vibe is just almost like napping on the river. It was just floating there doing nothing, thinking about nothing. Super relaxing. And then one good rapid at the end. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, this kind of like gives you a wind down to start prepping your mind for getting off the river. You never really want it to end, but it's going to. So it's not like lava falls on the last day and then it's over. It's more like you hit lava, you have that celebration, then you have a little wind out period of a few days to kind of get your mind right. So it's actually set up pretty nice for doing that for you. I don't want it to end, but I think I'll be at peace with it when it does. So I really didn't know what I was doing when I packed for this trip. In a lot of ways, I mean, obviously I know how to live outdoors, but I did bring some stuff I haven't used. By and large, I hit it pretty good, especially with how I wanted to do it with the hammock and everything. But one thing I did not do well is I did not bring enough sodas. Dave has been keeping me going. Also,
Product placement.
M&M, sponsor of the River Kings Grand Canyon trip. You can never have too many M&Ms. I've learned that as well. Now that's oh yeah. And then you're sitting in camp. Got a little Dr. Pepper on the camera. Oh, that'd been bad.
Hold on. Cheers here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's nice. That's doing it right, boys. 6:20. It's pancake morning, and I'm on the cook team. We got Queen Caitlin up there, living her best life. That's quite the spot to sleep. That's awesome.
Big enough.
So yeah, we're gonna make some pancakes. Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Pete's trying to cook pancakes.
We've been discussing things, and we decided Gestalt is the term this morning. The good of the whole over the good of the few. We're going with applesauce in every pancake.
I did not consent.
I thought it was your idea.
The good of the whole.
Oh, here comes the first one. Oh!
You can hear the disappointment.
So if you
I don't have a lot to work with here.
3 times the charm.
Wait.
That was not ready.
Yeah, that's not. That doesn't have bubbles, Pete. That does not have bubbles. Don't flip
You
it.
don't want to press them flat either.
Oh, we press them flat.
No, you don't press them
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that takes all the bubble, like all the aeration.
Sometimes you
out
gotta
of it.
slap it.
slap the bag. Did that on
It's a
purpose.
slapjack, not
Beat it
slapjack.
Because we were like, don't do that.
Hands off.
Pretty much. No, don't mash
The
it.
expertise in
So
the
if
rice
you
doesn't
heat that
transfer,
pan a little
doesn't
more
transfer to
consistently,
pancakes.
it'll give them a more consistent shade on them as well.
That's true.
So
I need.
Pete,
I have one
consistency is the
pocket of
key.
heat here, one pocket of heat there.
Pete, talk to us about some of the advice you've gotten while you were cooking in the canyon.
If you're afraid of cooking in the Grand Canyon, don't worry. If you could just pan, you'll have a team of 15 to 20 advisors. Watching every
No
step.
more than 15.
All right, pancake 1 up.
Ew.
Done in the middle.
I usually like to let my pancakes rest a little bit before I serve them.
Best.
I think everybody is trying to see who's bravest.
Well, it does allow them to cook a little bit more in the middle.
I mean, I can test and
Kinda
make
like
sure
a
it's
steak.
good enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Just you want to hand that to me.
Take it.
Step up.
But you got some peach toppings over here, some pear toppings, and applesauce.
All right, Caitlin did not love the pancakes.
Y'all lied to me and you put cinnamon
I
in
did
them.
not lie, and I did not put it in there.
It's okay. I had 4 bites.
Awesome. There's a few left over. About to do dishes. This will be the last cleanup of the trip. By and large, we'll do a little something for breakfast tomorrow, but it won't be a kitchen event. And it's been a pleasure serving with Jim and Tim.
Pleasure's been ours.
It's no one wants to be cook staff, but it's better if you have good friends. So now we got to do some dishes.
Got people that'll do it.
Yeah.
People that work up.
Got the sun
Tim's a
rising.
workhorse.
Not a cloud in the sky.
The typical Arizona day.
Finally. The desert as we expected.
Arizona day after 3 weeks.
3 weeks we finally get a typical Arizona day. So Dave is looking sharp this morning. He's not going to be the last man this morning.
Well, unfortunately, we're always the first finished rig.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Last to start.
Last to start, first to finish. All right, good stuff. I got a thermos of Smaggicino for the river because I really wanted that yesterday, which means it'll probably be really warm today and I won't need it.
Try 2 more.
Dave and George are missing home, showing pictures, family, and fun. Looks like the water's ready. All right, we're saying goodbye to the grotto. Camp 20 was a good one, Indian Creek Canyon. And this looked like a really awesome spot when I came here yesterday. Protected by the wind. No, this is a wind tunnel. And this sand here, you see the sand's covering up the plants and the cactus? Well, the sand is because everything blows off that little gully into this spot overnight. Every time the wind would blow last night, I could feel sand just falling all over my face and it was getting in my teeth. It was miserable. So I've learned a lesson. If you find a cool spot like that, make sure that you have gravel there, not mounds of sand. In fact, I think that's the sand and wind generator for the entire Grand Canyon. It all comes from right here. So yeah, if you find yourself down here at this camp, beware of that cool little spot. You're gonna pay. But we got 13 miles to go today to get to our layup spot for takeout day. 1 class 5 or level 5 rapid, whatever you want to say. The morning we've been looking for 20 days is finally here. It's warm, sunny, not a cloud in the sky. It looks good. And how you feeling today, Dave?
Feeling good.
Feeling good. Got his foot back in his own shoes, so that's improvement. How's it feel?
It's not too bad.
Nice.
I think I can live with it.
Right on. 2 more shove-offs and this trip's over. And kind of almost hard to believe, really. It feels so good this morning. Perhaps it was the spirited Coob game. Or perhaps it was just the fact that George went without his helmet for a couple days. But in any case, he saw an opportunity and decided to even the playing field. Watching Dave this morning, it was pretty entertaining. His muscle memory knew something was missing, but he couldn't quite put his finger on it. Awesome.
Yep.
Don't let me forget Brian's River King or Swimmer Bell sticker tonight, guys.
That might be the
No way we can forget that.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I feel like you need a fish sticker.
Yeah.
Tarp. That's not what I saw.
I rolled up number 1, missed 2 and 3, and rolled up number 4. That's the thing. After that amount of effort.
You should have just gone for the bell. Oh, he's already got his bell. Where's my helmet?
He ain't got a helmet on! Oh no!
Is my helmet? Is my helmet sitting up there?
Hey Dave.
That's awesome. That was good, dude.
Your body knew it was wrong because you kept looking in your boat because you knew something was missing, but there was nothing else in there.
Oh, good job.
Where's my helmet?
I was about to do like that.
Woo! Leaving behind the canyon and the campsite. Looking for our last campsite of the trip. Each day that we got closer to the end of the canyon, the group became more and more quiet. We were still talking and laughing and in good spirits, but there was a lot more thinking, a lot more contemplating, and perhaps a lot more just wishing that the trip did not have to end. But we had a couple great rapids in front of us, and a paddler could not ask for a prettier day.
It might be a good one. They're moving quick and going down.
Oh, I keep flashing it. Don't back off, just run up in there. Makes good footage.
They got out of it.
Yeah, he was worried about that wall. Oh no, he's worried about that wrap dripping hole.
Yeah. There is something in there. Woo! You got you got work, boss. Woo!
My heroes, just like me now. It got me. I was so close to making it through. And then it was like, nope, you don't have it.
It thrashed pretty good. I don't know how it felt, but you were getting thrown around. It wasn't you, like, you know, some people freak out when underwater. It's them, like, jiggling the boat. No, this is like your boat, like.
It felt like my bow went down and my stern went up. I don't know if it really did or not, but it felt that way.
Yeah, you were all over the place. I was like, it was just long enough where it was like, if this goes for another 5 seconds, he might come out. Right? Don't chicken out! They's feeling invincible now. It almost got you. Crazy. Whoa, bro. That's a little splashy on this one.
Is that a pour-over too, or am I seeing a...
Yeah, that big soft bubble.
Yeah, I
That's not the line.
From you, I couldn't tell if it was a pour-over or the beach on the opposite side of the river.
Yeah, I would not go there.
Oh, it's rowdy. I like it.
What the hell?
What's the right side look like?
Journey.
Huge. Dirty.
Let's see here. I don't know, man.
This left side.
Right, left looks like it doesn't have outflow. Right has outflow. Right has outflow. Left doesn't look good.
Which way are we going?
I think right. I'll let you know after I run it. Yes, definitely right. Definitely right. Yeah, Misty, uh-oh, woo! She's out. It's all right.
Grab me. Grab the back of my boat.
Got it.
See a beach on the left. Not gonna make that
Misty was upset and disappointed in herself after the swim. I was trying to think of something I could say to cheer her up, but I knew that it wouldn't work. As bad as she felt at the moment, inside, I was excited for her, because this is a mental step that some kayakers never get to take. She came to the Grand Canyon nervous and hoping she could rise to the challenge, and probably wondering a little bit deep down, does she belong here? She stepped into the Grand Canyon wondering if she could do this, and brave enough to try. And now 20 days later, she knows she belongs here. She knows she has the skill to do this. And she knows that there's no reason that she should have swam. The fact that she's disappointed shows how far she's come in such a short amount of time. When she walks out of the Grand Canyon, she won't be wondering anymore. She'll have sent some of the bigger rapids around, had some amazing lines, had some clutch combat rolls and amazing saves. She stared down lava and sent it. She did have some swims, and some of them long and exhausting, but she never broke. She just kept getting back in. And today she turned a corner. She'll walk out of the Grand Canyon knowing she's good enough, and no longer happy, just hoping it works out. In the end, it's all part of the wonderful journey. So keep your head up. You're crushing it. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, we can double up on that, Bell.
A hand rolled right there.
Oh.
On a rock.
That's a good workout.
Not this one, the previous.
The pumpkin. Let's go check this out. Ooh.
It was dark, right? That's a shame it's so nasty because it's the perfect hot spring. Right?
That's cool. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a shame. It's
Nature's koi pond. So this is the hole. Supposedly you go down the hole to a ledge.
Hold on, I have to adjust it now. You're in the shade.
Let me get out of your shadow line there. There you go.
We were the whole way down there. The three of us rafts just kept smashing each other all the way to
Today?
here to Pumpkin Springs because there's just boils.
Oh yeah. Disaster has struck the expedition. Dave Reese getting back in his boat there here at the Pumpkin. As we're about to shove off, realize that he does not know where his inReach tracker or his phone is at the moment. So maybe it's where we helped Misty get back in her boat. We're gonna do a little hike up the river, see if we can get to that spot. Hopefully that's where we find it. It was weird, it was clipped in his boat. He did get throttled in the hole, so maybe it came unclipped or something, or we're trying to figure out what maybe happened. But so a quick walk about half a mile up the river will get us about where we rescued Misty. Hopefully it's sitting there on a rock. I've got messages out to Austin to see if he can locate Dave's map share. Dave is heading down to the river bank. We're close to where we captured Misty. He's probably looking for the spot. Man, I hope he finds it. That would just be a big poo-poo sandwich for him. Second to the last day of the trip, to lose a phone and an inReach. Oh, it's miserable. So Misty swam back there and we rescued her. Maybe something happened with his phone and his inReach when he got throttled in that hole a couple miles up. And when he got out, maybe it popped on the ground or something weird. So I've got messages out now to Austin to look at his inReach and tell me where the location of that thing is, as well as man, I wonder if someone here can see it. No, I think you need service. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. So we're trying to find the location of his inReach. If it's in the river floating, if it's on the bank up there in his boat, somewhere on these rocks, weird. We're not sure. He thinks he's pretty sure he had it when he started the day and clipped into his boat there. So the whole thing's a little weird, how it came unclipped. But yeah, he's up there about another quarter mile, fanning the bank there where we made our rescue. I anticipate that's where it is. I'm hoping that's where it is, because that's the first place he got out of his boat after this morning. So if something did get weird, it would probably be sitting there. Best case scenario, he finds it. Second best case scenario, it's in his boat and we find it later. He did go through it, we didn't find it, but sometimes things hide weird in boats. Third case best scenario, it's floating in the river and it's floating, still transponding, and we come upon it later in the day. Worst case scenario, it's in the water somewhere and it sank. That would not be fun. I'm anticipating that he is close to the location that we find something out here in just a minute. Okay, so I just heard some yelling from upriver. Leads me to believe that he found it. It sounded like happy yelling. I don't think he would have yelled anything if he hadn't found it, so. Yoo! Yeah! Oh yeah, we found it. Dave found his phone, found his inReach. That worked out. Thanks, Austin, for checking on that for me while we were in search. Yeah.
Can I get up over there by you?
No. You're gonna need to get up ASAP. You can come. Hey, you can come another 30 yards and go up.
Downstream?
Yeah, it'll be all in the bushes though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flip it this little bit.
Okay. Did you just felt around and found it, or saw it?
Saw it. I barely saw the carabiner in the string.
Dude. Oh, is the phone good? Is it waterproof?
It all appears to work.
Oh, dude, that's a good day in paradise right there. I was worried about you.
That is amazing.
Radio check. Radio check.
I can hear you.
We recovered his items. We're at the hole in the rock heading back to the boats now.
Thank the Lord.
Crisis averted. Now, as it stands, the only big casualty of the trip is my phone, which I still have. It's just not working for some reason. Has not been working since day 4. It's probably dead. It's supposed to be rugged, it's supposed to be all those good things, but I did have the charging port changed a few months back. And I'm wondering if that was put together in such a way that it's no longer rugged, or if it gave out again, or it won't charge, it won't turn on, won't do anything. So I may be in the market for a new phone. When I move it, it does have a little rattling. That's usually not good for a phone. But I've come to peace with that. It's hard not having a phone because I want to take so many pictures and things. But oh, got a message, probably Austin. You didn't tell me DD was on the trip with you. Glad he found it. Love it. We ride. That was a little more excitement than we were looking for at the pumpkin, but we will never forget the pumpkin now.
A lot of excitement at the pumpkin.
A lot of excitement at the pumpkin. All's well that ends well.
I don't know if I'm gonna stop here again.
Love it. noticed that the rest of the people said we don't really care as much about Dave's phone as he does, and they bugged out to go to camp. But fortunately for us, we have Maddie, Elijah, and the lunchbox. And oh, I want a pickle for sure. Always stay with the lunch raft. Oh, pickles and fig bars. Lunch of champions. To the rest of the crew, we were thinking about you. That is the best pickle I've ever had.
You know, these might be the second real pickle we've had on this trip. Bread and butter. I like bread and butter, but nothing beats still.
Swirl! Get swirled. Oh, don't you get, oh, you want to get swirled? Yeah! Baby shark in the big shark world now, boy! Shiny.
Almost took me down. The boil. I love getting up on a flow like that. That's always fun.
You made it to the final camp. Day 20, camp 20, last one. Get on here and stop my tracking. As we settled into the afternoon under the warm desert sun, the boys from Telluride came by our camp. They were a kayak crew also taking out in the morning. And since they were camped just a few hundred yards away, we invited them over for a spaghetti dinner and to hang out. What followed was the perfect last night on the Grand Canyon. We had live music, stories, new friends, and another amazing night under the stars.
Don't keep time. Don't count score.
Have you seen Jim?
Love the belly. There ain't no wall. You got to move. Ain't time for you to stall. Said an old laughing lady got by the call. When she leaves, you leave nothing at all.
The last dinner on the canyon trip. Spaghetti, toast, fruit, noodles and cheese. Hey, you look like you got canyon hands.
I got canyon hands.
Yeah, we all got canyon hands.
Drunkard of the belly, blackout on the street. Sleeping on the stairway, out on the street. Rolling in the bedroom, flashing a light.
It would be hard to come up with a better way to spend your last evening. And it would be hard to find a prettier one. As the sun set, I said a little prayer thanking God for safe passage through the canyon. And then closed my eyes for the last camp on the expedition. Good morning, folks. It is day 21, last day in the canyon. Absolutely gorgeous moonset morning. A few wispy clouds, but gorgeous skies. A little chilly, but one of those days you can tell it's going to warm up quickly. I think it's supposed to be in the 70s today. But perfect day to leave the canyon. It's kind of the kind of day you dream about when you're thinking about the trip. There was a lot of other kind of weather days in between, but this is ideal. The sand is cool to your feet, and you know it's going to heat up when the sun hits it. And man, it's a gorgeous morning. Look at this clouds. Makes it harder to leave, but there's a life out there, a world out there that is calling me back home. My wife and kids and dogs, and last time I hear that, 6:30 wake up call. Got to pack up, get the rafts going, get some coffee, maybe a Pop-Tart. No big breakfast, but we just got to hit the river, get to the takeout, de-rig the rafts, lay everything out, and then reload it onto the Canyon Rio truck and trailer. Then get into a car ride home. Then my destiny is my own after that. I guess I'll be looking for a new phone. Figure out which route home I want to take, call the wife and kids, all that good stuff. So that'll be fun. But right now, gotta pack up the hammock and my gear one last time. Get something warm in my belly and start making my way home. So, oh man, I'm gonna miss it.
Here we are, here in the valley, by the riverside. We have our peace, we have our freedom, if only for a time. We will go onward apart when come the winter time. We know it well, the pain of the leaving, but this will raise the bar. And I will go with all I know to seek the sounds of our dreaming.
It's just over my shoulder, right there between me and the cup. That's Diamond Peak, and we're taking out at Diamond. And when you start seeing Diamond Peak, you know you're almost done. But I just want to take a minute and do a toast to all my River King buddies, new and old, who were not here on this trip with me. I was thinking about you the whole time. And you'll have to come back with me. We're coming back.
Into the island, laid an ocean trail. We were there, out on the border, bathed in the golden light.
Yes, sir.
Such a time.
Yes, sir. Good to paddle with you. Now, we've met before, but you don't know each other till you run the Grand Canyon together. Till you share a groover, baby.
Away in our feathers, and so we fly away. And I will go with all I know, seeking sounds of our dreaming. Come what may, come what will, then I'm home again. Certain things away in our feathers, and so we fly away. And I will go with all I know, seeking sounds without dreaming. And come what may, and come what will, then I'm home again.
The Grand Canyon, baby. They say the Grand Canyon is not just a place, but a mirror reflecting the soul, and that if you go, you'll leave a piece of yours there, and you'll always want to return to look for it. I found this to be true, but I won't have to look far because I know right where I left mine. Up on the scree field against the cliff at Coves Canyon. I left it there while watching the sunset, and I'm sure it's still there now. I think of it often, and I tell myself that one day I will go back and look for it. But deep down inside, I know that in the end, I'll just leave another piece with it.